Yo, I want to just tell y'all real quick, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? What we built over there at Print Champs was magical, man. That don't mean the ride stops, man. We just changing the business model, man. This would be your last time until the 28th. Your last time until the 28th to get one piece shipped to you. You know what I'm saying? The items are very limited. You see some of these items on eBay, it's going up. You know what I mean? It's going up, man. Y'all know how it is, and that shout out to y'all, man. The Hurt Season version 2 hats, man. The limited ones that we just came out with. I think the green with the white OG already sold out, and I only got 5 left for the other ones, man. But the classic Hurt Season hats are still available for 1 order at a time, 2 orders at a time. How many ever orders at a time until the 28th? I'm telling you, man. If you don't get your merchandise right now from the print champs that I curated, it's going to be harder to get, man. Think of this when Kanye made the first pair of Yeezys and people were sleeping on them. You know what I'm saying? I already knew the vision. I knew where it was going to end up going. You know what I mean? And now it's on a bigger stage. Your Hurt Season hat that you might have bought for $38 today could end up being worth $250 on eBay, man. Listen, man, y'all already know, man, when I put this stuff together, I made it for Eagles fans, by Eagles fans. And that means that these items will be cherished. The gold snapbacks, you know what I mean? When he made 300 of them, those are collector's items. I don't even know where mine at. But I'm here to make things that stand the test through time. Ski mask, Howie shirts, things of that nature. You got to tap in with big print champs, man. I'm telling you, man, everything on the website is on sale. But after the 28th, it's going to be harder to get these items. Listen, get your stuff now, man. Haason Reddick talking about he might want to come back. That's crazy, man. AJ reportedly seen at practice with his helmet. Also, Lane Johnson reportedly seen at practice with his helmet. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got an announcement from the sponsors at BetUS. Listen, you want to use promotion code YouTube150. YouTube150 enables you to get 150% deposit on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2 deposits after that. When you sign and lock in with BetUS, they hook you up with your own very personal, personalized account manager that helps you do everything you're supposed to do on the forefront in terms of, making your account and just overall making everything great and making sure you good. Best betting variety in the business, man. I'm telling you, man, it's so easy and fluid to use the app. Again, that's code YouTube150. Get with BetUS. You're not going to regret it. Quick and easy deposit process, quick and easy withdrawal process. Everything is dummied down. If you're not tech savvy, BetUS got you, man. If you want to win some money, BetUS got you. Get with BetUS. Listen, man, Haason Reddick, man. They talking about Haason Reddick. You know what I mean? Wouldn't mind coming back to the Philadelphia Eagles and things of that nature. Of course, man, we are A1. We are A1 franchise. You know what I'm saying? We are A1 front office. Everything's good. You know what I mean? I don't blame him, but I think the Philadelphia Eagles kind of moved past that. If you want me to keep it a bean, I think they kind of moved past that. I don't think we're going to go out there and do something like that because I think that they're going to want a king's ransom. They might want a 2nd round pick to get him back. We're not at liberty to do nothing like that, man. So it's unfortunate what's happening with Haason Reddick. I know he's frustrated, but you got to be extremely frustrated to want to come back to the team, that traded you away, just to get on the field. But I think playing for the New York Jets seems to be out of the question for Haason Reddick. But, y'all know how I felt about Haason Reddick departing. I didn't want it to happen, especially when you look at what we getting out of the edge rusher position. You know what I mean? Guys just not on Haason Reddick level, and that's across the National Football League for real. But the Philadelphia Eagles, I think if you get Haason Reddick back and he wants to play within a system and not go out there and sack hunt, I think we could find some need for him. So it's something to keep your eyes on, man. But, the Eagles going down to Tampa. We going down to Tampa Bay. There's a multitude of ways I think you could win this game. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be 80 degrees and rainy, that warm, slick weather. Good football weather, to be honest. They're getting some of the remnants from the hurricane down that way in Tampa. And it's going to be a wet one. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of them ones down there. So at the end of the day, we know the conditions, But the big question with this is, are we going to be with or without A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, or just A.J. Brown? So A.J. Brown was seen at practice today with his helmet. That's a real good sign. We're going to see how practice went. You know what I mean? We're going to get the final injury report in the next day or so. You know how it goes. It's Friday. And Lane Johnson was seen at practice with his helmet. Those are two huge signs for the offense going into, week 4 with a bye coming right after that. So you definitely want to go get this game if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. You want to put it all out on the line, and you want to go rest up if you're the Philadelphia Eagles for this game for sure. I kind of predicted AJ coming back this week. Him being on practice with that helmet is an extremely good sign. And I feel like, the sentiment around the locker room is like, let's go get this one for Smitty. A lot of people still don't like what happened to Smitty. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I like it either. But let's talk about the keys to victory for if the Philadelphia Eagles are without A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Now, it's a lot of haters right now who can't really put a thumb on to why the Philadelphia Eagles are 2-1. You know what I mean? They can't put their finger on why Jalen Hurts is a winner. They can't. They try to point at team. They try to point at all of these things. But we go through the ups and downs just like any other franchise in the National Football League, especially with the turnover at the coordinator positions. Nobody don't know more than us about how that could be a change and something different for your franchise. So when I hear people come out here with the excuses, he turning over the ball. I mean, it's like, what else is y'all going to say? Because he's one drop pass away from being 3-0. People act like that don't matter for nothing. You know what I mean? They're like that don't matter for nothing. Y'all got to stop listening to stop listening to the guys on Bleacher Report. Stop listening to the guys on the letter networks and understand one thing. If you got Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, you got a chance to win. That's not the case for every quarterback in the National Football League. It's not the case. I've asked this question many times, man. Can Dak Prescott go out there and win a game without CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks? No. He barely winning with him. Then you got guys go on these shows, they podcasts, or whatever you want to call it, and say that Saquon Barkley is the reason. But the same guys called him washed in the offseason. The same guys called Saquon Barkley washed in the offseason. Now he the reason. So at this point, I'm begging y'all to make it make sense. Because let's just look at Jalen Hurts, who's completing 70% of his passes. 70% of his passes. So far, he's on a career trajectory. 70% of his passes. A.J. Brown ain't playing 2 games. The man is completing 70% of his passes. I'm going to let that sit with you. Top 5 in passing yards. I'm going to let that sit with you. Like, come on, man. We not going to do this. It's a lot of quarterbacks that can take back a couple throws, but you want to know what's the difference between Jalen Hurts throws that they want to take back and you know what I'm saying? Is that people actually might have caught Jalen Hurts passes. A lot of guys that had interceptions dropped already this year. We're not going to worry about it. I'm not concerned with the turnover thing like everybody else. Because when you look at lists like this that talk about the most turnovers since this time span, you got Josh Allen on here. You got Patrick Mahomes on here. You got Jalen Hurts on. You got Trevor Lawrence on here. Trevor Lawrence like 24. Patrick Mahomes, you know what that's about. And Jalen and Josh Allen, those are all franchise quarterbacks. All franchise quarterbacks. It's not about the interception. It's about, can you respond from the interception? Dallas Cowboys fans and content creators, they want to harp on this interception thing because when they quarterback throw interceptions, the game is over. They can't respond. They can't find a way to win after they make a mistake. Football is about trial and error. You know what I mean? So I'm not harping on the interceptions. That's for one. The first key to victory will to do what Jalen Hurts did against the Saints, who beat the shit out of the Cowboys. But they got so much to say. These content creators and these guys. You know what I mean? Do what he did against the Saints. Spread the ball around. Get a pass to 9 different receivers. That's what he did without A.J. Brown on the field. 9 different people caught a pass that day. So if A.J. Brown is not there, pass the ball. You know what I mean? That's the first key if you're going to be without A.J. Brown and Smitty. Now, the second key would be to establish some type of power running game. establish some type of power running game, have Jalen under center. Let's maneuver with some play action. Let's get these guys. Let's get in the habit of playing physical early. I think we established the run a little too late in the second half. I think Saquon Barkley might have had 4 attempts in the first half or something like that. Then he finished the game with then he had 17 in the second half, and that one big play that sprung him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to say that that's the play that changed the game. That's the play that changed the game. But the Saints took the lead back after that. What are we talking about? The guys just be talking, man. Jalen Hurts, was then able to find Dallas Goedert again in the waning minutes of the fourth quarter, 65-yard completion on a mesh route, and the rest was history. We won the game after that. So spread the ball around, establish a power running dynamic. Now the defense got it. Whatever they ate before the Saints game, they need to eat the same thing. They need to duplicate that. There's no other way to say that, man. The defense need to go out there and play exactly the same way they was playing. You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield is going to throw the ball in harm's way. We got to catch that. We got to intercept Baker Mayfield this week. I think CD going to get one this week. CD or Quinion. One of them two going to get one. Slay could get one. Reed could get another one. But I think Baker going to put the ball in harm's way. You know what I mean? I like how we was intimidating guys with the bare front. You know what I mean? Let's keep that up. Let's keep intimidating guys with that big 5-man front, 6-man front, closing down the lanes. You know what I mean? Shutting down the run. Because, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. I think Nick Sirianni said that one of his best quotes of the season so far. Earn the right to rush the passer. And how do you earn that right? You earn the right to rush the passer by going out there and stopping the run. You know what I mean? Being successful on early downs. That's another key that I think you got to do. You know what I mean? Some of these keys you got to do anyway. But if you're without your skill players, spreading the ball around and establishing a run helps you put together these slow, methodical drives. I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to focus on not trying to go for the home run play. If it's there, take it. Take it. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be starting Paris Campbell. You know what I mean? If AJ and Smitty out. Jahan Dotson going to be your number one wide receiver. So if the home run play there, absolutely take it, man. Those guys have made home run plays before in their career, but just focus on what the defense is giving you. Focus on what the defense is giving you. Try to have a clean game. You know what I mean? The turnovers ain't bothering me, how they bothering everybody else for some strange reason, but I want to see a clean game just to shut these guys up. And Jalen Hurts absolutely can win without his skilled players. Absolutely. Now, if AJ is there, you want to do exactly the same thing I said. I ain't going to lie. You want to do exactly the same thing I said. Because if AJ does suit up, he's going to be, I'm not going to say more of a decoy, but the best cornerback is going to have to go play AJ. The best cornerback is going to have to go play AJ. So at the end of the day, I expect the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game with or without the skill players because I got Jalen Hurts. I still expect the Philadelphia Eagles to go out there and be successful. So, that's the bottom line, man. These guys being in practice, I'm happy for it. I'm really, really happy for it. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles win this game in a rainy, not ugly, but a rainy situation. I think the Eagles pull away from this one. I'm going to go 24-17. Philadelphia Eagles will win this game by a touchdown. And I think the defense is going to harass Baker Mayfield a lot. It just is what it is, man. The front is finding themselves. The defense is finding themselves. You know what I mean? The back end, they got a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence right now. You know what I mean? Large part to guys like CJ Gardner-Johnson being back in the fold. But I think the Philadelphia Eagles go ahead and take care of business 24-17. Let me know what you think in the comments.